Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about International Baccalaureate or the IB. IB is one of the most reputed international curriculum that is fast gaining popularity in India. IB is founded in 1968 and is a non-profit organization based in Geneva, Switzerland. There is more than 6 lakh IB students at 2,218 schools in 125 countries. The IB offers an education for students from age 3 to 19, comprising of 3 programs that focus on teaching students to think critically and independently. The IB has 3 main programs: the primary years program for age group 3 to 10, which is kindergarten to class 5th equivalent, then the middle years program for age 11 to 15, class 6 to class 10th equivalent, the diploma program and the career program for age group 16 to 19, class 11th and 12th equivalent. The middle years program MYP for students age 11 to 16 years, that is from class 6 to class 10th. The subjects are divided into 8 groups, which are the MYP curriculum is designed in a way that it develops a student holistically. Students in class 9th and 10th are offered subject group flexibility, which means the students can choose their own subject from 6 out of 8 groups. They also need to take a one interdisciplinary unit involving 2 subjects. Now let's talk about the e-assessment model. There has been few changes in the optional external assessment with the introduction of the new MYP e-assessment. The assessment model comprises of assessments and coursework. There's also 2-hour examinations in the 4 subject groups. Now let's move on to the IB Diploma program. This program is especially curated for students in the age bracket of 16 to 19 for class 11th and 12th years. The curriculum of the IB is made up of DP Core and 6 IB subjects. There are 3 compulsory elements of the DP Core, which are Theory of Knowledge, Extended Essay, Creativity, Action and Society. The 6 subject groups offered during the IB-DP are Language and Literature, Language Acquisitions, Individuals and Societies, Sciences, Mathematics and Arts. Each student is required to select different courses from each of the above mentioned subject group and at least 3 subjects at HL level and remaining at a standard level. HL and SL differ in learning scope, concept start and subject understanding. For HL, students are expected to showcase greater skills and understanding of the subject. HL subject requires a student to take up to 240 hours of learning, while SL subjects requires a student to take only 150 hours of learning. Let us look at the syllabus in detail. DP Core. The DP Core accounts for up to 3 points on the overall diploma score. It's divided into TOK, Extended Essay and CAS. Theory of Knowledge, TOK. The core focus of the TOK is to empower students to reflect on the nature of knowledge and how do we know what we know. Its study is quite subjective and often helps students understand their individual learning styles, patterns and needs. TOK is assessed through an oral presentation and a 1,600-word essay. The oral presentation is an internal assessment while the essay is evaluated externally by the IB examiner. The second one is Extended Essay. The Extended Essay is an independently self-directed research carried out by the student in an area of their personal interest. It culminates with a 4,000-word essay and the student is responsible for the ideation, creation, planning, execution, research and management of the essay. The 4,000-word essay is evaluated externally by 2 IB examiners who score the essay on a scale of 0 to 36. Creativity, Action and Service, CAS. The CAS is a way to involve students in a range of activities alongside their academics. Students need to provide evidence that they have done CAS throughout the program. CAS is not formally assessed, but the examiners do evaluate an applicant for all the CAS activities. The CAS has been introduced to help students to undertake new challenges, plan and initiate activities, work collaboratively with others, show perseverance and commitment, engage with issues of global importance, consider ethical implications. Now let's talk about the groups in IB. Group 1. Language and Literature. Language program focuses in developing skills across listening, speaking, reading, writing, viewing and presenting. Students are required to take at least one course from this subject group. However, one may take two different courses in two languages under Language and Literature to obtain a bilingual diploma. The subject may be taken as HL or SL. The three courses available are Language and Literature, Literature and Performance. Now let's move on to the next subject group, Group 2, Language Acquisition. A student is required to pursue at least a second language. This language can be taken from the languages offered in schools as a language ab initio or as a second language. Language ab initio is a language course for beginners, students who have very little or no previous experience with the language. This course can be only taken at SL. The second language is a language course for those who have some experience with the language that they study. It may be taken as HL or SL. Now that we're done with language acquisition, the next subject group is individuals and societies. Students are required to take up at least one subject from this group. They may choose a second subject if they wish. Subjects are offered in SL or HL level. The subjects are business management, economics, geography, global politics, history, IT in global society, philosophy, psychology, social and cultural anthropology, world religion, which is only available in SL level. The next subject group is sciences. The IBDP require that a student take up at least one subject from this group. They may choose a second subject if they wish. Both SL and HL level are available for the following subjects: biology, computer science, chemistry, design technology, physics, sports, environmental systems and society, which is an interdisciplinary subject that fulfills the requirement of both the science and social science subject groups. The next subject group is mathematics. The IBDP seeks to accommodate a range of needs, interests and abilities when it comes to mathematical education. The following courses are offered in the subject group: Mathematics Studies at SL level, Mathematics at SL level, Mathematics at HL level and further Mathematics at HL level. Now the last subject group is Arts. Students are not compulsory to take a subject from this group. The following are the 5 subjects available to students to be taken up as HL or SL: dance, music, film, theatre and visual arts. So these are all the subject groups and the subjects in it. Now let's move on to differentiate between the internal assessment and the external assessment. The internal subject assessment is primary classwork, evaluation and teacher observation. Assessment is carried all year around and the grade on a single assignment can be a deciding factor on a student's grade. On the other hand, external assessment forms basis of assessment for most courses. This is because of high level of objectivity and reliability. They include essays, structured problems, short response questions, data response questions, case studies and multiple choice questions. Grading in the IBDP. In the IB Diploma program, the student receives grades ranging from 7 to 1, where 7 is the highest grade and 1 is the lowest. For a high-level subject, the minimum points to pass are 4. For students who register for 3 high-level subjects, at least 12 points have to be gained on HL subject, and students who register for 4 HL level subjects must gain at least 16 points at HL. While at the standard level, the minimum required points to pass are 3. At least 9 points have to be gained on 3 standard level subjects. The highest a student can score on the IBDP is 45, 7 each for 6 subjects and 3 for DP core. The diploma is awarded to students who score at least 24 points. In case they fail to do so, they can still get an IB certificate. The student would get the IB certificate if they fail to submit TOK, extended essay or CAS. A bilingual diploma is awarded to students who complete and receive grade 3 or higher in 2 languages selected from the DP. The global pass rate for IB diploma is about 80%. The IB Career Program. The Career Program is specifically developed for students who wish to engage in career-related learning while gaining transferable and lifelong skills in applied knowledge, critical thinking, communication, and cross-cultural engagement. CP Core enhances students' personal and interpersonal development with an emphasis on experiential learning. The CP Core bridges the IB academic courses and the career-related study and provides students with a combination of academic and practical skills. There are 4 interrelated components from the core: personal and professional skills, service learning, reflective project, and language development. So now we have given you the details about International Baccalaureate Program, but for more information, please do visit IB's official website. Thank you for watching.